Hi there guys, welcome back to Haute-Savoie. Before we hit the busy tourist town of Morzine, I thought I'd show you this beautiful little hidden gem about 40 minutes away called Lac de Montriond. Haute-Savoie is a very unique part of France. We have filmed a few places here. It's just nice to be out in the nature. If you let me know below in the comments what your favourite part of Haute-Savoie is. I can confirm that the Valley d'Abondance is a worthy visit if you're staying in Morzine. It's a 45-minute drive. A few things I've noticed: everything is very well organised and signposted. Be mindful of skiers. You can see them coming down here. They look like tiny ants. If you see this flag, be aware that you haven't crossed into Switzerland. This is just the flag of Haute-Savoie. They do look very similar. By the lake we were at the beginning of the video, there is one restaurant. They were only selling crepes. A beer was €6, so let's find out how much a beer is in the town of Morzine. I've finally arrived in Morzine. We're going to walk up the high street together. I'm going to give you some information and just have a look through to see what we can see and kind of compare it to Leger and Avoria. I've already filmed those videos. They're just in the description up there. We're on the Bridge of Doom at the moment, and if this collapses then we're all screwed. But from the Bridge of Doom we can see that they have summer activities here. Now, anyone who was waiting for some prices on the beer, in the Abondance Valley it was €6. I just had a beer and it was €7.80 here in the town. I knew it was going to be more expensive. So if we look down here, we can see the skate park and tennis courts. There is a swimming pool and a beautiful view of the mountains. Stumbled across this chocolate shop. What was your name?
Florian Fontaine.
And
so that's my shop here.
Yeah.
Okay. And we make everything here. So everything here is made here at the back. So
okay.
we have the oven over there. The mixer. You can come in if you want.
Oh, I'd love to, thank you. Wow, it smells really good in here.
So oven. This one we make ice cream with it in summer.
Okay.
We also cook jam.
Yeah.
This one, and yeah. So that's it. That's a small space, but we make everything here.
And it says that you have the best hot chocolate in
Yeah.
town. Got the hot chocolate. Smells really good. I watched him make it. It's all fresh. Really nice guy as well. And €4, that's pretty good value. That is really good. That is actually really good. Yeah, wow. That's most probably the best hot chocolate I've ever had. He's right. The closest airport is Geneva Airport. It's about an hour and a half away. This region, the Porte du Soleil, is one of the world's largest ski areas with 600 kilometers of slopes. We are 1,000 meters above sea level. In the town you can hire ski equipment. It's €30 per day or 180 for 6 days. For ski lifts and accommodation, a ski lift including Morzine and Leger is €45 a day and 247 for 6 days. An accommodation budget is 70 to 100 a night. Mid-range 100 to 200 a night. As you see this gentleman running down the Bridge of Doom, he's heading towards the bar. I'm sure it's very lively, although I have been told that Avoria is better for nightlife. Let me know below which one you prefer, Leger, Avoria or Morzine. And there are some more French videos coming, but we've got Switzerland. I apologise, I've been extremely busy. A lot of you have been asking me where I am. In my older videos as well, we're trying to do a new format here. But anyhow, thank you all for the support. We're going to try and get as many videos of the region as we can. That's Switzerland and France. And then in the winter next year, let's try and get back to Asia. So I'll see you in the next video. Cheers, guys. And I've just met Callum here. You're from the UK as well.
I am originally, yes.
And you're going to explain a bit about the area. So what do you think of Morzine and the skiing in the area?
Morzine's amazing. I love it. It's one of the rare ski resorts that works year round. A lot of the ski resorts here in France, they have a winter, they don't really have a summer, or they have a summer, they don't have a winter. But yeah, I like Morzine for that, just purely because it's yeah, it works year round. You don't have to think about going anywhere else. The skiing here is amazing. Snow leaves a bit to be desired sometimes, but the actual mountains are unbelievable. We've got all of the Vorias up this way, which is part of the big Port du Soleil region, and then you've got Morzine and Leger, which is over sort of further over that direction. Neon, which is one of, I think, probably most famous mountain around here. It's all part of the Port du Soleil sort of ski pass.
And what do you think of prices? Is it expensive?
Prices, I think, compared to a lot of other resorts, is very reasonable. I think for the full Port du Soleil pass, which is 650 kilometers a piece, you couldn't physically do it in a week. Is I think 70 euros a day or something along those lines, 300 euros a week, which is the same price for some much smaller resorts. And then of course, obviously you've got lots of different resorts in here. You've got the Saint Jean resort, you've got Morzine Leger, you've got Voriaz, and you can split those up and buy individual smaller passes just for those. I think it's very reasonable when you start looking at places like Zermatt, like we were talking about earlier, which is I think 110 euros a day.
So you'd say, in terms of if you're a family, Leger or Morzine, and if you're coming to get drunk like
yes,
the Brits do,
yes,
where would you recommend?
I would say Voriaz. So Morzine Leger is much more family orientated. You've got a lot more restaurants on the piece. There's not really any big sort of party bars. And then at Voriaz you've got the Folie Douce, which is obviously really well known up in the mountains here for being a big party spot. You've got lots of different bars and restaurants up in Voriaz. You've got Happy Hours, which is down in Ardon, which is that's more sort of the après ski. And then up in Voriaz, it's a lot more freestyle for skiing. You've got a lot more snow parks. You've got the Stash, which is again super famous, run by Burton. Yeah, it's a bit more sort of younger person orientated of Voriaz.
Okay, great. And the last question for beginner skiers, Morzine, Voriaz, Leger, and for advanced, which one do you reckon?
I think, to be honest, you can get away with both. I mean, Voriaz has a lot of beginner slopes. The whole, like, the main area of the village, you've got the snow park, and then you've got a huge beginners area. And you've got beginners areas at the bottom of Prodan as well, which is one of the other valleys. But I think in terms of easiest pistes, you've definitely got Morzine. You've got Morzine and Leger. And then if you're more of like an expert level skier, you like your off-piste, your big steep scary couloirs, cliff drops. That's all going to be up in Voriaz.
Great, right,
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
And I want to wish you well in Switzerland.
Thank you very much.
Right,
Thank
so
you.
cheers, bye.